in Toronto for a couple of years and it has been an incredible experience, and I am moving very soon. So I thought before I leave I would share with you my top 10 places I like to go to and hang out in Toronto. Toronto is a very eclectic city with lots of international foods, very nice people, and a beautiful skyline. These are by no means the only places you can go to in Toronto, and if you have any other recommendations, comment them down below. These are just my top 10 favorites. I highly recommend you give Toronto a visit, and if you do, girl, boy, here's 10 things you should be doing. If you're planning on visiting Toronto in the summer months, one of my personal favorite things to do is go to the Toronto Islands. The islands are located in Lake Ontario. They're a short ferry ride away from downtown Toronto. You just go to the harbor front, buy a little ticket. You just buy a one-way ticket to the islands, and then it's free to get on a ferry on the way back. While you're on the ferry, you get this incredible view of the Toronto skyline. You can see all of the beautiful new modern buildings, some of the old ones. It is a beaut. Once you get to the islands, you can rent bikes, you can rent boats, you can be super active, or you can just go to the more beachy areas and lie out in the sun. Also, if you're a music buff, there are a couple of cool music festivals that happen on the islands during the summer. The islands are just incredibly gorgeous. There are all these beautiful birds. The beach looks like a real beach. It doesn't look like the beach of a lake. It's pretty glamorous looking for a lake beach. One of my favorite streets to go check out in Toronto is Queen Street West. It's very trendy, young, hip people, lots of shopping, restaurants, bars. It's a great place to just go in a coffee shop and people watch. It definitely meets all of your shopping needs. It has Brandy Melville, Zara, H&M, lots of really cool stores, some independent shops as well if you want to get something a little more unique. And it's just fun to walk around at. You don't have to buy anything or do anything. Just look around, enjoy, see all of the people, especially on a sunny day. You can sit outside on a patio, watch people walk by, be nosy. I love to be nosy and watch people walk by. If you're interested in listening to cool live music, you can go to the Horseshoe Tavern or Rivoli, which is on Queen Street West. Go jam out. Toronto has a really cool underground music scene, so you will not be disappointed. If you're really in the mood to get your shop on, the best place to go is the Eaton Centre. The Eaton Centre is this enormous indoor mall that has 1 million visitors each week. It has anything and everything you would ever want to buy. It is a shopper's paradise. It does get quite a bit crowded, so prepare yourself to be surrounded by humans, but there's excellent shopping. If you want to get gifts for people, if you want to get a gift for yourself, you should be going to the Eaton Centre. Right outside the Eaton Centre is Dundas Square. It looks very similar to Times Square in New York. There are these giant lit up advertisements, there's cool restaurants and more shopping there as well. Go there, have fun, get your shop on, just be prepared that your wallet might be a little bit lighter when you leave. If you happen to be in Toronto during the winter months, I would definitely recommend you go ice skating. There are tons of ice skating rinks all around Toronto since obviously Toronto is in Canada. People love hockey, people love skating. Two major ice skating rinks are at the Harbourfront Centre right near the water and in Nathan Phillips Square, which is in a square right downtown. You can see lots of beautiful buildings in the skyline. It's a pretty cute family affair. You see little kids with their little walkers learning to skate. A lot of the little kids were better ice skaters than me, I've got to say. They have major skills. But it's fun, it's romantic for a date if you want to bring that special someone, or it's just fun to go with anyone. A great neighborhood to go take a look at is Chinatown. They have some wonderful, delicious restaurants. You can go have delicious Asian food. There are tons of Asian markets. And you can go to lots of little souvenir shops if you want to buy any Canadian souvenirs. They sell little Canada mugs, Canada blankets, any kind of mousse thing you want, maple syrup, all of the souvenir goods. It's a super bustling neighborhood with lots of markets where you can find cute little treasures and lots of places. Once again, you can go, shove your face, eat lots of delicious food. And cheap food too, which is amazing. If you're looking for bubble tea, for dumplings, for anything along those lines, that's where you're gonna go, and that's where it's gonna be extra freaking delicious. Not too far from Chinatown is Kensington Market. It's also a little neighborhood filled with small markets and restaurants and delicious food as well. Kensington has some great taco places, some excellent vegetarian restaurants, and some very cutesy coffee shops that are very fun to sit in and people watch. If you are a vegetarian or you're looking for vegetarian food, there are two excellent restaurants there that I absolutely love. There's King's Cafe, which is vegetarian Asian food, and there's Urban Herbivore, which is just sandwiches and salads and power bowls, and it's amazing. Kensington gets super crowded when it's sunny out and people play live music. It's a very fun, young, hippie, eclectic vibe. It's just a very interesting, cool place. It's kind of like a teeny tiny Brooklyn within the middle of Toronto. If you're staying in Toronto for a longer period of time where you have a fridge in your hotel, I recommend going to the markets in Kensington and getting fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, yummy organic snacks that are healthy and inexpensive. If you are older than 19 and looking to have a few drinks, I recommend going to a brewery. There are two breweries I really like in Toronto. One is the Steam Whistle Brewery, which is right near the CN Tower. And another one is the Mill Street Brewery, which is in the Distillery District. You can go, taste the beers, maybe make some friends, learn about beer if you're interested in learning about beer, and get your drink on and enjoy yourself. The Distillery District, where the Mill Street Brewery is also just a cute little neighborhood to check out. Their cobblestone streets and cute coffee shops and cute little shops as well to go look around in. And if you're in Toronto during Christmas time, there's a beautiful Christmas market in the Distillery District where they have hot mulled wine and all different kinds of delicious Christmassy snacks. And there's live music and there's a giant Christmas tree. So that's a super festive, fun thing to do during Christmas time. If you're in Toronto during August or the very beginning of September, I recommend you check out CNE, or the Canadian National Exhibition. The giant convention halls are filled to the brim with individual sellers selling international items, new inventions, massage chairs, bamboo pillows, Irish snacks, literally anything you could think of in that convention center, someone is selling it. And then outside the convention halls there's this giant fair with all different kinds of rides and games, carnival games where they guess your weight, little mini roller coasters, spinny rides. There's a giant Ferris wheel that gives you a beautiful view of the city. It's a great place to bring kids or bring your inner child and enjoy all the carnival games. There's a giant food hall with any kind of food you'd want to eat and pig out on. My friend Aiden got chocolate fried chicken when we went there to get a snack, and he seemed to kind of like it. A trip to Toronto is not complete without going to a game. Toronto has a huge sports culture. 3 different teams you can check out are the Toronto Blue Jays if you're interested in seeing baseball, the Toronto Raptors if you're interested in seeing basketball, and the Toronto Maple Leafs if you're interested in hockey. I've been to all 3 of them and they've all been amazing. You can find Blue Jays tickets for pretty cheap prices, and it's within this dome, and they open up the top of the dome when it's nice out and you're right below the CN Tower. So you get a great view and you get to watch the game. Toronto is very proud of its sports teams, so it's really cool and really fun to check out a game, see some Toronto pride. Your trip to Toronto is not complete if you do not go to see the CN Tower. The CN Tower is a beautiful structure in the middle of Toronto. It is iconic, it is gorgeous, it lights up all different beautiful colors. You can take an elevator to the viewing structure in the top of the tower, and that's just $35. You can see all of the city. You can even see beyond the city from there. And there's a general viewing room. There's a room with glass floors where you can stand on the glass floor and look down hundreds and hundreds of feet. If you're afraid of heights, maybe skip that part. I really enjoyed it. Little kids like to jump on it because I guess they're just testing fate. If you're feeling incredibly brave and adventurous, you can do the edge walk, which is where you go outside of the tower and hang off of a rope over the city. Anyone who's an adrenaline junkie or likes heights That will probably thrill you, scares crap out of me. I've never done it. I've heard it's very fun though. If you're looking for more calm vibes when you're on the top of the CN Tower, you can also go to the 360 restaurant. It is a restaurant that spins in the top of the tower, and so you slowly get a view of the entire 360 view of Toronto. I went there for my 5-year anniversary with my fiance David. It was very romantic. It's a little bit pricey, but with that gorgeous view, you can't beat it. David got a giant steak. He really liked it. Well, that's it for my recommendations of 10 things to do in Toronto. I hope you come give it a visit. It is a gorgeous city. Once again, if you have any other recommendations of things to do in Toronto, comment them down below, and I will see you guys next week.